What's up, YTPC? Uncle Willie coming to you from the coop. The old Bozo landscaping at its finest. He cut my yard in reverse. He was down there cutting what little bit of common ground we have on the end of the units down there. Then he come around. Usually when he sees me out here, he likes to stop and talk. My wife tells me that I am that person that people like to talk to. Wherever we go, people talk to me. She's like, you must have that face that people like to talk to. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have the ears that want to listen to it all the time. Anyway, he was cutting down there, and I don't know if he saw me sitting out here. I was getting ready to start everything, and here he come, and all of a sudden he flipped it around and started backing up, coming down through here. So I got up and went in the house. Because if he stops and talks, it's a 30-minute conversation, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I just don't like talking to the guy. I just don't like talking to the guy. I mean, I know y'all have had some people like that you just freaking avoid. And that's the one around here. I avoid at all costs. So anyway, I digress. I am smoking my Peterson system. It's 312. Had to think for a minute. It's a spigot. It's a just a system, but it's a spigot. P-lip. This is designed to gurgle. That's why you can take it apart. It's metal on metal. But with what I'm smoking in it, it hasn't gurgled yet. And some of y'all may know that this is a pipe that I have dedicated to a certain blend. And that certain blend is, let's hear it, Sam Galwith, 1792 Flake. That's right. I haven't smoked none this week that I can remember. And even if I have, I wanted to smoke it again. And on top of that, some of you guys inquired in the comments yesterday about the grinder that I purchased. And you asked about seeing the results and seeing the process with the results of it. So, of course, I'm obliged to help. I don't know if that's the right wording or not, but I'm glad to show you. How about that? I do have a lighter out for delivery. It says by USPS. I had another one that they said was coming today. Now it says it's arriving the 22nd through the 25th. And the one that was supposed to be here tomorrow is actually coming today. And it's both of them are being delivered USPS. So I have no idea what's going to be in the mail today. So I'm not waiting around for it. I got this I want to show you. And then I'm going to show you a couple inserts for Zippo lighters. So what I do with this, not like I'm a professional or anything, I take a flake and cut it into smaller pieces. Like I'll cut the flake in half, lay it right on top there, and then I will put this. You have to push it down so it'll go in between the, and then and I just spin it. It's got an arrow on the crank for it to be spun this way, but sometimes you have to back it back up. It's just like getting a screw that's tight, and you gotta back it up, put it in, back it up, put it in. That's the way this is. So that was the first part of the Flake. A little bit left right there in the head. So I'll just take that, loosen it up and put it on the bottom. I'll place another Flake in there. I know it's hard for me to do it with it not being on camera. Let's see. It seems like a pain in the butt. If your Flake fit better than mine, it wouldn't be so bad. But I used a longer one and it's sticking over the edges. But you know what? We're gonna get it. Gonna give it a little turn. Screw this down a little more. Give it a little turn. Back it up to loosen it up out of the little grinding knurls that are in there. Give it some more. I mean, it seems like it's not really that much. It's not that much work to it. Sure, it's easier. It's easier to just rub it out. But, you know, if you got time and you want to do it, it gives you a different cut or a different grind. Let's loosen that up. And I'm going to dump it onto this tray I have. I'm going to open this up and show you the result of the two, which would be one Flake. Nice, finely ground up, easy to burn. You can, you know, like you say you're sitting around one day and you don't really have a whole lot to do or whatever. Just sit there and play around with it and grind up 3 or 4 Flakes, and that'll give you, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 bowls. That way you're prepared for the next time. All you gotta do is grab your little jar that you already got prepared. Bam, you're good to go. I think I'm gonna grind up the rest of this and then put this in this jar, and that way I'll have it. So yeah, let me put this back together. See if I can show you a little more easier by using a smaller Flake. See, the main thing is just getting this one on there. Push them knurls down in there between each other. There's old Bozo. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Let me switch that around and get the poker out. And I'll just take that little bit that was left. I throw another Flake on top. And I knew that was gonna happen. The pin came out and I knew that was gonna happen. I can still use it, but just don't have that crank on it. And I knew it was gonna happen because the pin was just coming out and it was scratching me. So I'm gonna take it back up there and see if the old boy will switch it out and give me one that doesn't have the crank. Let me get this out of here. Here we go. Nice, fluffed up. I doubt I'll find that pin. Well, that pin was really small. Damn it. So you can get these grinders without the handle. I mean, it'll still work. Just crank it around and work it back and forth. If he don't exchange it or give me a different one, that's probably what I'll have to do. The others don't have a clear top, so you can't really see it. That was one reason I wanted this too, because it had the crank on it and the top was clear. And I just felt that pin coming out because it was rubbing on my finger, and I'll never find it. Oh well. Maybe that was karma for me calling that guy bozo. Just things work out like that sometimes. Sometimes to your advantage, sometimes not so much. Best thing to do, roll with the punches. Me getting all pissed off because that thing broke on me like that ain't gonna fix it. We've all been down that road before. Get pissed off because of something, it don't help the situation. The only thing is I got a better chance of returning it, and I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I don't think, because when I was in there yesterday, this girl came in and she bought a vape. I don't know nothing about it anymore, so I don't know what it was, but she bought something. Then she came back in and told the guy that she actually had the wrong one, and he was like, bring it back. And she's like, I already opened it. And he was like, so he was pretty cool about it. She was her mistake, but he ate it. He let her bring it back in, and she got a 2 and she needed a 4 or whatever it was. I don't know anything about the vape. I vaped years ago. Now it's too much technical for me, so I just stick to the pipes and cigars. So I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna go out there and show it to him and be like, man, I just cranked it a couple times and it fell off. The pin came out. I don't want my money back, just give me another one. I'm not looking to, you know. And I'll let you know what he says. So, here's some inserts. Let me show you this one first. I bought this one a long time ago, probably 10, close to 15 years. It's a Z Plus Extreme, and it's a cigar lighter. You put it in your Zippo, and it works in all the ones I have. You can probably hear it, but you can't see it, I know. But it's a double flame torch, and the flame comes up like this and forms one. If you know anything about the old Bugatti B104 or whatever it was, that's the way it was. A Zippo cased look-alike lighter, but a little more fancier, and it had a double flame that came up into two. They were just tilted enough where they meet, where they come up into it. Very quick lighting of a cigar, very nice. And at the time it was like 15 bucks. And I'd also bought this one, which is a Z pipe, and it works. It's a soft flame. Electronic ignition. You push the button down and it comes out. It's got an adjustable flame. It's worked over the years. Any Zippo case I put it in, it works. Had no issues with it. The adjustable flame height on it. Then Zippo finally came out with one of their own, and it's a flint wheel. Takes butane, no flame adjustment. It's set at like a 1-inch flame. The only problem is it's a flint wheel, but you have to hold the button down to keep the gas going for you to be able to use it. So in certain situations with your thumb there, it'll blow back around and burn your finger, your thumb. And then last but not least, it's the Thunderbird, and it came with the fluid in it. It's made by Vector. And this is a thumb wheel also, but this actually activates the gas, and you don't have to hold anything down. And when you close the lighter, it goes off, because there's a little lever right there that goes up and down when you open the lighter. So the lid of the lighter, when you open it, and this is in that position, it'll work. When the wind don't blow it out, obviously. Then when you shut it, it goes out, and you see it will not work with that being shut. So there's what I got today for show and tell. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you over the weekend. And remember, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And with that being said, until next time, you know what to do. Stuff them and puff them.